Okay, well, I guess I'm live. All right. Well, I just wanted to come on here. It's Saturday night, and here I am, chapped lips and everything else. So I don't know if anybody's going to be on here, but this is a really quick way for me to just do a book review. And I know I've been doing a lot of cooking videos lately, and I hope people visited my website. And I've also got another website, Fairy Hill Garden, and I'm Danny, and I do all the creation on Fairy Hill Garden. Um, I manage that site, and I hope you stop by. I'll put the link in this description once this live is over, and or if anybody pops in, I can always put it in the chat. And what else have I been doing here? Um, oh yeah, been knitting. So I'm knitting some nice little things that will also be going up on the website. So that'll be good. And that'll be something upcoming. So let's see. This, the book that I'm going to go through this evening is one of my favorites. I've probably had it for 25 years. And it is The Complete Medicinal Herbal by Penelope Odie. Especially if you're a beginner, this is a great book to have. And this is the cover of it right there. And yeah, a lot of the herbal books that people get, um, they have a lot of detailed description of like the leaves, if they have jagged edges or if they're smooth, and also what the flowers look like when they bloom, when to look for them, when to harvest them. Those books are great. I consider them a good cross reference. And but they have these just black and white illustrations, and I get nothing. That could be a million things when I look at those black and white illustrations. So when I'm out looking for certain plants, it's not helping me much. But that's why I like this book so well, because it does have really nice color illustrations to it. And in the beginning of the book, um, show you here. It has a section on origins of Western herbalism and what plants are considered cold, damp, hot, dry. Goes along with water, earth, air, and fire. And this is kind of what the first page looks like. You can see that. Let's see here. And another page is on Tibetan herbalism and a science of life. You can see that. Gosh, my papers are falling out right there. You can see I keep this book full of stuff. And then it goes into a little history of Chinese herbalism. And then also, and it goes into like the yin and yang. And then European herbalism out of the Dark Ages. We go into that section. And North American traditions and ritual herbalism. She gets into a little bit of that. My gosh, how many papers do I have in this thing? Great. Oh, let's see here. And it goes into how herbs got into modern science. And then we get into a section of medicinal meals. There's going to be a section on that. And there's also a balancing yin and yang. And it'll start with hot, warm, and work all the way to cold, different types of foods right there. Let's see. And then we get into medicinal herbs A through Z. And like I said, what I like about this book is it has beautiful, here's some color illustrations of what the plant will look like. So they're really easy to identify. Let me get to another one here that's got some good illustration here. See, this is what I'm talking about with identifying the plants here. So that is cool. And then we get into a section, and what's really nice with all of these, they will tell you how to prepare the herbs, whether they're used as a infusion, a tincture, if you're using it as uh, just something topical like an ointment or something on the skin. Let's see what else. If you're going to use it as an oil. And then we get into the middle section of the book. So for beginners, it's real helpful because it'll go through a section of the harvesting and drying procedures on each of the plants. So we'll go through that. And then they go through a section of making herbal remedies and how to make infusions, decoctions, syrups, tinctures. Will all be on one page, and the whole process of going through that. And then we have another one of how to do infused oils, creams, and ointments, and some nice color illustrations on and how to prepare those types of things that you could keep at home or put together as a herbal medicine kit, first aid kit, and powders and poultices. Oh, here's a good example of some herbs and what you could use in a first aid kit. That's also in the middle section of this book. Again, this is the Complete Medicinal Herbal by Penelope Odie. Then we get into sections of the book where it is split up if you're wanting to treat aches and pains, things to do with the ear, mouth, nose, colds, leg and foot problems, urinary disorders, pain, ailments, just all kinds. And it will have, this is what the section will look like. And you can look up the ailment, what plants can be used, and how to prepare them. And that is, and it'll also give you, I believe in some set, the dosage and how often to take it. So it's a whole huge section on that with a cross reference. And then we get to another section that lists a whole other list of herbs, of tonic herbs. That section will be towards the back. And then there is another section on other medicinal herbs where you get into a lot of, Chinese plants and some, like in South America that are a little bit more difficult to find, but it'll give you a list of those. and what to look for and the parts that are used. And then it has the glossary that it's got the index in the back, a full index in the back. And so it's easy if you know a plant that you're wanting to look up, index in the back is a easy way to look that up. But I would definitely recommend this book for any beginner, especially getting into herbs, on how to prepare them, what they're used for, and definitely use your other books as a cross reference. But just as an example, I'll read here. Let's see if I can. Let me get a good one. It's got good little parts here. I'm going to use my light so I can see, like basil here. From its native India, basil was introduced into Europe in ancient times. Views and traditions associated with the herb have been mixed. Some cultures associated basil with hatred and misfortune, others regarded it as a love token. And it kind of goes on there. Um, then it'll give you the characteristics, what parts are used, what the leaves look like, how it can be made into an essential oil, how to use the dried aerial parts, um, juicing it. Like here, the juice is recommended for snake bites, as general tonic for chills, cough, skin problems, and earaches. And it gives you all the applications from the leaves to fresh rub, infusion, tincture, uh, juicing, mix, syrup, inhalation, making an essential oil, a chest rub, a massage oil. And then it'll also give you the cautions to look out for. Like this one, do not use the essential oil externally or internally in pregnancy. So if you're pregnant, you are not going to want to use this as recommended in this book. But it is a great, great, great reference book that you can use with your others and a must have for beginners. So I guess that is about it tonight. We had no one really commenting or anything in the chat if you popped in. But that's about it. I thought maybe if someone was going to be on here, we would go ahead and maybe get into a little bit of the I Ching. But maybe I'll do that just a little bit later. But I'm going to go ahead and end this one. It's just a real easy way for me to record something and get it online immediately. So, since it's late, my clock is going off. It's not too late, but everyone that I have spoken to this week has either gotten sick or so. Shout out to those I've talked to that are trying to get well with the congestion or the stomach virus going around. I know a lot of the weather here in the central US has been kind of cool and damp, and it's just that time of year. So I will put the link to both of my websites in the comment section once I finish up with this video. And I hope you check out both of the websites. And of course, I still have kitty cats that need homes, lots of kitty cats that need homes. And if you can't provide a home, consider going to Fairy Hill Garden website and leaving a donation to help feed the little critters because there are dozens of them. And so we just try to keep everybody fed and happy, especially this time of year when it starts getting cooler outside. And they need a lot more to kind of keep their little bodies going. So until next time, I'll see y'all later. Bye.